What's going on, people? In this episode, we're going to be checking out the Fender Collection for Amplitube 5, and I'm going to be telling you if it's worth it or not. I'm Jorge Lanzas, and now we break it down, baby. Thank you so much for being here once again, and remember, as usual, like, subscribe, and do all those cool little things that we like to do on YouTube so that you and I can stay in touch with each other. Anyway, okay, so for those of you who don't know, Amplitube 5, it's basically like a suite of amps that you can keep adding, and let's say you can buy microphones, amps, cabinets, effects. It's like different packages basically, or combos if you like. Premise is that if you were to buy Amplitube 5 Max, you have everything for like the cheapest that you can probably get it, but you also get a bunch of stuff that you probably won't even need. So I'm giving myself the task to find what's the best on each collection, and I'm gonna be taking you along through the process of like go through every single amp and check it out and decide in the end if I really like it or not, and if the collection is worth it or not. In the end of the series, I'm gonna be able to tell you what amps you need and what amps you probably shouldn't even bother. Or we might even explore if the free version is good enough. Anyway, let's just dive right in. Today we're gonna start in my particular preset that I call JL Studio, just because I already went through the process of selecting a room that I like, microphones that I like, and this is like my custom kind of amp that I've done. But today we're not gonna be using this. We're gonna be checking the Fender Collection, and I already have like selected everything just Fender so that we can check the stomp boxes that we have, the amps, the cabs, and the post effects as well. So let's just start with the amps. I'm gonna be using my PRS SE Custom 2408 just because, like we always say, it's got great humbucker tones, but it's got great single coil tones too. All right, so let's just start this Fender Parade. We're gonna start with this 57 Champ, and I wanna say that I have all these pedals here, but all of them are off. The only thing that I'm gonna keep on is my compressor, just because that's how I always use my rig. I turn my delay off, so it's just the amp. And this one I can already tell you that probably not even worth it. Not because it's not a good amp, but honestly, who needs just one sound, right? I mean, what am I gonna say? One sound, one amp. Let's see if we crank it, what happens. So what I'm doing is like I crank the amp all the way, and I am manipulating the volume of my guitar, if you will. Again, great tone, but let's move on to the next amp. 57 Deluxe. Let's see. I can already tell that this may be a little bit more useful because it got the tone. Okay, it's a little dark. Very, very nice one. Let's see the 59 Bassman. And funny, right? Like these little icons right here don't really match the amp, right? Because this one has like 5 knobs and this one has 2. Anyway, doesn't really matter, but I get distracted. Let's go. 59 Bassman. This is a lot more useful. Let's see in humbucker. Really great, but honestly, I think we're needing a little bit of reverb. Let's see here in the Fender Collection. What do we have that we can use here? Okay, 63 reverb. Let's put it right here. Too much. See, because when the amp got a little bit better and more inspiring, I started feeling the need for something better. Honestly, this is just like a classic reverb too by Fender, and it's part of the collection, so. It breaks in a very weird way, this. So the bass man is not taking the bass very well. Okay, but that was really cool. Let's see the 64 custom verb. And this one has its own reverb, so I'm going to turn it off. Let's turn the bright knob on. Bright switch. Very classic amp. Let's see what this mod is. Ooh, a little bit of bite. Oh, I see that it has speed and intensity. Let's see what's up. Wow, I already love that. I love when I have modulation in an amp. Everything is like instantly more interesting. What an interesting texture that amp has. Okay, let's move on to the 65 Deluxe Reverb. See, like coming from that 64 custom, this guy, all of a sudden that 65 makes like no sense, right? It's just like super vanilla. Even though it's still like a great amp. Let's see, let's put a little bit of treble. Okay, that's pretty nice. Let's see the twin reverb, classic. Let's turn the bright on. Wow, this one's like lacking a lot. Wow, it's taking everything this guitar has to push it. Anyway, that's pretty nice, but so far that 64 Vibrover custom, it's got my imagination. Even like honky like that with that weird mid-range, it's just super nice. Okay, Prince Tone, I get distracted. This one sounds great. Let's see if we push it a little bit more. That's very interesting. I like that sound a lot. Basement, isn't this like for a bass? Yeah, this is like a bass amp. What about this Champion 60? Ooh, that sounds interesting. I don't know, man. Some of those like super boutiquey. I feel like the value in those is like the documenting factor, but I didn't really like that. Okay, let's see Metalhead. I wonder if this is a metal amp. Let's go straight to our bridge. All right, let's try to fix what's wrong. It needs a lot more of this, a lot less of that. I wonder if this changes the mid. It has like this horrible bass, like unusable. Yep, I think that as a metal amp, totally discarded. Let's see as a clean amp. I don't think this is a clean amp. Okay, let's see the Pro Junior. Ooh, it looks really nice, that black Tolex. Honky as honky could ever be. You know what I mean? Not my bag. Okay, let's see the Supersonic. Has its own reverb. Let's crank it a little bit. Whoa, too much. Let's do here. Sounds pretty good. Let's add a little bit of bass. Ooh, this gain. Ooh, it's like they're working in parallel. Or in series, because I feel like they're affecting each other. I like that tone a lot. It's not what it looks like, right?
See what happens if we go ham?
That's a pretty nice tone. Okay, let's see what this DBP is. Now let's see the Vibro King. Wow, this is like the best sounding of all so far, or at least like at shock value. Honestly, like even the reverb, it reacts exactly like I would like it to. So maybe for me, this is the best. Let's check this one again. Let's turn the treble down a bit. And now let's hear the Vibro King. So you basically have to choose which one you want. They don't talk well to each other. So basically, if you're going to use that mod, you need to know that the amp is a total different amp at that point. So yeah, the Vibro Bear amp has a lot more like a honky top mid-range. They call it treble, but this is mid-range. Okay, but let's say that Fender Vibro King, I think this would be my selection today. I feel like this is like super Fender-ish, right? It sounds exactly like a Fender you would expect to sound. Let's see if we push it a little bit. Hands down, from the Fender Collection 1 at least. If you were to buy one, this would be the one to buy, definitely. And let's see, we have the matching cabinet. Yep, comes with the matching cabinet. Let's start with this 53 Bassman. See, for example, in the Fender Collection 1, these kind of like the Champ and the Deluxe and stuff, I feel like this is what they were trying to do, because this one probably doesn't have the flexibility of like the Vibro King, but the character that sound has. I can already tell that there's songs hiding in that tone, right? Okay, let's see the 57 Bandmaster. Lovely. Anyway, I think this is really nice. Let's see the Custom Champ. Again, this is one of those that are gonna fall in my list of non-recommendations. I mean, it's a nice sound, but as a platform, I don't know. I love the scoop sound of this one. Okay, now let's see the Twin. Pretty nice, but not great. Okay, so instantly, so for example, I can see at least which ones I like because I have like a really immediate reaction. For example, when I heard this Vibro King, as soon as I turned that fat button, this is nice, right? This is like a nice Fender sound. But when I turn that fat switch. Just pay attention to how it attacks on the very front end of the note. And the reverb sounds great. And then this is the other one that I had sort of like the same reaction. In sort of like a less hi-fi way. Let's see what happens if we use the bridge function. But yeah, so far I think this Vibro King just totally won me over. So we still have a lot of juice right there, but we can check the pedals a little bit. So definitely I would feel like if you were to buy one amp in this whole collection, this is the one that's worth it. But again, all this, just take it with a grain of salt, because the best way to buy any of these is if you buy the Max, or if you have the opportunity like I did, that I bought the XIO, which is like the interface that I use to play guitar. Right now, this is exactly what you're listening to, that XIO. I really love that interface for guitar, especially because it has like the impedance switch. Let me know in the comments down below if you want me to make a review on that. So in that case, I bought that one, and it was maybe like $2.99 or $3.99, and it came with Amplitube Max. So basically, I got it for free in my head, right? So that would be, in my opinion, the best way to get this. But as you can tell, I feel like all those amps, all those Fender amps, for somebody who's not like a collector of virtual amps, if there's such a thing, you don't need to have all those Fender amps. This has enough Fender sound. Oh, it's too bright. Let's turn the treble down. All of a sudden, it sounds older, right? And then you sound hi-fi. So I would say I would buy that one if I were in the market for it. Okay, so we have that 63 reverb that we already heard, but this amp has reverb, so I don't care about it. What is this blender? Let's put it here in our pedal board, so to speak, right after the compressor. Fender Blender. Oh, let's go. Wow, that sounds really nice. It sounds like an octave and like a fuzz kind of thing. That sounds really, really, really good. Let's turn the tone up a bit. That sounds really good. Okay, the Fender compressor, as you can tell, I have it right here. That's literally my choice of compressor in Amplitube, just because it's so easy to use and it does enough. But we're not going to spend time looking at that guy. Okay, volume pedals. Let's see. Fuzz bois. Okay, this looks cool, but you know, I have no controller for it. So next pedal. That phaser sounds really nice. Okay, let's check this tape echo and let's try it in front of the amp, see what's up. Let's put it in the back of the amp, see what happens right there. See, I feel like when it's a pedal, it's a pedal. You're supposed to use it in the front end of the amp. Because basically the delay is going to get the character of the amp too. Okay, that's a very nice echo. Let's see this tremolo. Let's say if you were to get the Fender amp, you already basically have a tremolo, so you probably don't need that one. Okay, that's cool. Let's check what's in the back end for this, guys. There is a 63 reverb for the back end. Let's see. So let me turn the reverb of the amp off. See what's up. Mix all the way down. Now let's check this guy. Too bright. Okay, that's pretty nice. Let's see what the pitch shift is doing. It's like a chorus. Yes, it's like a super wide chorus. I mean, the effects are effects. They're all good. They do sound pretty push. I think it doesn't have like the graininess that the pedal versions of themselves had. Okay, let's hear this chorus. Pretty nice sounding chorus. And let's see the wah. Well, it should be auto wind, right? I don't hear it. I guess some people would use the sound of a cocked wah, not me. Okay, so let me just put the guitar down and hear a few conclusions. All right, so what do I think about the Fender Collection for Amplitube? Overall, I think it's really great. All the amps sound nice, and I feel like there's a lot of like nostalgia that maybe I'm missing because I'm not one of those people that are like collectors, or I don't even have the collector mindset. And I'm not thinking about, oh, that amp had this little variation and that amp had that little variation and blah, blah, blah. All I'm thinking about is utility and how much I would use an amp. And out of all this collection, I think like the most useful would be for me in this case, that Vibro King that I'm using right here. That could be your number one amp. And if you were to just buy one amp from the Fender collection, that would be it. And if it wasn't, in my case, for example, I hardly ever use a Fender here.
Hardly ever.
Because I found that there's a few amps that I like maybe more until I found this Vibro King, because I feel like this is really, really a nice one. And I'm going to keep it in my short list of amps, definitely for my sessions. I'm really happy that I found that one. But I'm also sort of like let down a little bit that most of these amps have pretty little utility for me, at least. Let me know in the comment section down below if they feel useful for you and if you are the kind of people that appreciate that. I would say maybe depending on the price, and I'm gonna put it right here, you be the judge if it's worth it or not, the whole collection, or if you would just be doing as well by just buying the Vibro King itself. If you like it, let me know in the comment section down below which one was your favorite. And without further ado, as usual, like if you like this video, definitely subscribe, stay warm, stay safe, go to the comment section down below and let me know what you think. Other than that, I'm out, my friend.